The Living Daylights, the Timothy Dalton Bond film. This is a really cool entry, guys. Now, let's talk about the movies that came out before this. We actually had A View uh, to a Kill, which is a Roger Moore film, very cheesy. This is the Austin Powers era of Bond. Even Pierce Brosnan had a couple movies that felt very cheesy, specifically Tomorrow Never Dies, Die Another Day. But the Roger Moore films felt especially cartoonish, and Timothy Dalton stepped in. And when he did The Living Daylights in 1985, I believe, or 87, um, I should just pull that up. I have the internet. He really made a difference because Timothy Dalton is this serious guy. He's basically reminded me of Daniel Craig before Daniel Craig because everyone talks about Daniel Craig being vulnerable, getting hurt. But Dalton did all that. Dalton got bruised, and yeah, it is 1987. Wikipedia for you, boy. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, so the fact that The Living Daylights came out and really changed things, I think people were turned off by it. I mean, Roger Ebert, who's a film critic I love, he didn't like it. He said Dalton doesn't understand Bond, but I think a lot of people just weren't ready to see a different type of Bond. People wanted to see fun action. That's why when he did License to Kill the next year, people were not happy with that. But The Living Daylights is, for better or worse, it's an adventure movie and it lacks the cheese that made all the other Bond films so suitable and weird and zany. This ditches all that kind of polished jokes for a soothed charisma and adventure. I mean, Dalton is really fun as James Bond. I really enjoyed his portrayal. The one problem I did have with the movie is the fact that it doesn't feel as charming. It feels very different, and there isn't a grand sense of mystery or anything to lure us in. Unlike Casino Royale or Skyfall, which are also really dark Bond films, but they seem to have very personal, hard hitting messages. Dalton's Bond is still really good. This just isn't one of the more outgoing ones. It's different, but I really liked it. I would give this movie a B.